Hello there, audience. Welcome back to another DVR podcast thing. This time after the Portland and Gateway weekends. I'm gonna say this. I'm probably gonna let Chris take the reins on the first half of this because I completely missed the Xfinity race because of work and because I was dealing with some other things. I only got to watch bits and pieces of the truck race. I did watch the truck race, but not in its entirety. So starting off with the truck race. What do you think about the
Okay.
truck race, Bucko? We're gonna go in
Truck race
chronological
was
order.
pretty. Yeah, truck race is pretty entertaining. I would say. It's a lot of pretty decent battles for the lead. I guess there's a couple of. I'm starting to see another feud with Chandler Smith and the 51, or at least some of his teammates. He's been having a lot of issues lately. I know he's had some issues in Atlanta. He was kind of upset with his teammate because he kept blocking him, and I think this week he seemed kind of upset again because he had a shot at the win, but his teammate kind of did a late block there at the end. But overall, I thought the race was pretty good. I would say the 51 was pretty. He's doing pretty good this year for him being his first time in the Truck Series. He won. I think he won Atlanta,
Hmm.
which is pretty impressive. And then now he's kind of backed that up with another win here at Gateway, which is pretty impressive. So I would say I would see him in the Truck Series full time next year.
Oh,
Um,
100. I feel like Kyle Busch would be a fool to not put Corey Heim in a truck full time next year because he's only run what, like 4 or 5 races this year and he's won 2 of them.
yeah,
So
the dude's like he's like pulling a tight Gibbs pretty
he's like, y'all don't think I can win? Hold my beer.
much. Hold my beer, hold my Corey
Yeah.
Heim. But yeah, I mean he's doing pretty good this year. And then also the 7 of I think it was Raha. I can't pronounce his
Caruth.
name. Caruth, yes. It's his first year in the ARCA series. He's currently the points leader, I think. But he ran a pretty good race. He finished top 10, so
Oh, he's the points
um,
leader.
yeah. But he ran pretty well. I mean, he finished 10th. No, he finished 11th. Sorry, he finished 11th in the 7. So I mean, still a pretty good run for his first time racing.
So your first race, you park it in 11th. That's pretty good
Not too bad.
in the
I
Spider
mean, he had a
Motorsports truck.
yeah. He had a spin early on, but was able to rebound. Um, John Hunter Nemechek had a little bit of a kind of bad luck in the beginning. Spun out, got involved in a wreck. To be honest, I think it was just him kind of racing a little bit too aggressive and just kind of lost it. But
I thought he got taken out from what I saw. I don't know. I was like half paying attention. I was in the middle of something. I thought he got taken out. That's my bad though if he didn't.
I think he just drove it in too deep because I think he was racing Stuart Friesen. He drove it in too deep and then just kind of lost it. But I mean, kind of sucked because he had a good truck too. And I missed this one too. Infinger and Chandler Smith. Did you see that one?
I might have. I might have to see it to really know for
Uh,
sure. But
they had a late run in the race, so they were battling for the lead side by side. Chandler,
oh, that's right. They
drove it in
did.
deep. Yeah, he
How
drove
did
it
I
in
forget
deep.
about
He took out Chandler Smith, and then, I mean Chandler walked away with like minimal damage, but it still kind of screwed up his race.
that?
But
A little bit.
yeah, kind of sucked for him.
You say
There was something else that happened. I can't remember.
there was the crash on the last lap with
Ah,
Osavar got fucking destroyed in that one. That's something I did want to bring up, but I wanted to wait till
oh,
close to the end.
Yeah.
We
And then
haven't oh, sorry, what's up?
Derek Kraus almost won the race. He was running pretty good until that late caution.
Oh
But
yeah.
I think that last restart, he just completely missed it.
Did he miss it? I think he missed a shift. He either missed a
Yeah,
shift or they just completely steamrolled his ass because I did watch the end of the race. I was able to see that. So like
yeah. I
after
think he
the
just
end
got
finger incident,
steamrolled.
I watched. Okay. Because he was there and then suddenly he finished 7th and it's just like, bro, where did you go?
Like the dude was in like he was battling for the lead and he just disappeared.
Yeah. But with Hocevar, I think as of the moment of recording, it is Sunday night. I don't think we've seen a medical update on Host so far, have we?
He updated something on Twitter saying that he's still waiting to hear back. So, I mean, he's healthy. I wouldn't say healthy, but he's okay. But I think they're still waiting to hear back to see if he's cleared to race.
Oh, there it is, 4 hours ago. Let's see. Yeah, he's waiting for the results. I really hope that he's okay to race because that kid has been on a roll.
He's had a lot of kind of bad luck. He's had a lot of good runs, but just a lot of bad luck lately.
But even when he has bad luck, this man has been finishing really well. He's been blowing our socks off every week.
He would have won Charlotte. He would have won. He should have won so many races, but it's just tough break.
Yeah, he's gonna win at some point. I know he's gonna win. Like if he doesn't win this year, he's 100% gonna win something next year. Because if the ankle injury is a bit too much to deal with, then he probably might have to just take a crack at it next year. But like, God, yeah, like you said, he should have won like 2, 3, maybe 4 races already this season, but he just hasn't been able to seal the deal.
Yeah. He's had so many chances, but it's just something always comes up late at the end.
But always something stupid.
Always something. But overall, it's a pretty good truck race. Not too bad.
Yeah. So.
And then Portland.
Yeah. The only thing I know about Portland, because I was at work at this point in time, and we were getting our asses kicked at work, so I couldn't even sneakily open Twitter and watch the race. The only thing I know about Portland is that it was raining and AJ Allmendinger won. That's all the knowledge I consume. Oh, and Anthony Alfredo got his first career pole. So that's all of the knowledge that I have consumed for Portland.
Oh my God. It was a shit show, to say the least. Like, literally the first green flag lap, like 2 people spun on the first turn.
Well, I mean, it was raining. I expect nothing less from NASCAR in the rain.
But
we learned nothing from the previous years.
It was so bad. I mean, I would say at least 3/4 of the field had damage. Like, you would have been lucky not to get any damage from this race. Ty Gibbs ran away with it early on. He had literally, I think he had a 15-second lead over the second place.
Jesus, okay.
So he pretty much checked out. The pit stops were kind of weird. I mean, as far as
did they have different rules cautions, or something?
Yeah. So after each stage, all the drivers came into pit. Once all the drivers were in their pit box, they had 3 minutes to fix whatever they wanted to fix, and then they go back out. I don't know. I think it just had to do with I have no idea, but I think it just had to do with a safety issue. I guess they don't want pit crews slipping and falling. You
know what? That's fair, but Jesus Christ. Okay.
It was weird.
Now. It sounds like an interesting race. I'll watch it whenever NASCAR. They usually upload their full length races on Wednesdays, don't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, I have Wednesday off, and so what I might do is I might sit down and watch the Portland race when they upload it on Wednesday, just to see what I missed. Because apparently I missed a lot.
Yeah, and then oh man, it's just so funny how they go to commercial, and as soon as you come back, there's a caution. It just seems to happen every time.
So there was very popular with Fox Sports.
Yeah. So there was one. I think it was while they were broadcasting it. You can see Riley Herbst spin out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What happened? And then they cut to his in car, and then he just gets T-boned by somebody else. I think it was the 6. Who was driving the 6? I think it was I can't remember. It wasn't Ryan Vargas. He was in another car, but
Vargas, he wasn't in the 6?
No, they put Greg Golding.
Oh yeah, it was Greg Golding. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the list right now.
Yeah, Vargas was in the 47. And then also something also weird was during that caution, the crowd was going nuts, and you saw the 54 was going slow, and everybody's like, "What the hell's going on?" Even the broadcasters didn't know what happened. So then they go back to the replay, and Jesse Wuji just sent him into the turn. It was what?
Under caution?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Everybody was so confused because, like, even like the broadcasters, Jamie Mack was like, "What is he doing?" Like,
Oh,
oh
that's
man.
yeah. I'm
So then,
100% watching this race on Wednesday.
yeah. So then he got put like he got held for 2 laps, but everybody was just like roasting him on Twitter. They were like saying like, "Dude, like this guy does not belong on a racetrack."
Isn't
Because like,
I don't want to bash Jesse Iwuji. I'm pretty sure he's a wonderful man, but
yeah,
I
I'm
feel
sure
like
he is.
he just has nothing but problems on the racetrack.
Yeah, and like people like they were showing his like practice times, and he was like 22 seconds off the pace.
I'm just because even like didn't he crash twice in Vegas qualifying a couple years ago?
I know that one crash he did in the trucks, like he crashed into pit road.
Yeah, because I was there for that. I was trying to figure out why everyone was freaking out because I was on one end of the pit lane, and then like I didn't even know he had crashed at that point because I was doing something else. I was on the other end of the pit lane taking pictures of some of the trucks that were lining up to go. And then I just saw everybody just turn around and look, and I was like, "What are we looking at?" Because of where I was, I couldn't see very well. And then I turned around and looked at the big screen, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like this man knocked down the wall in the entrance to pit road.
Hurling towards us.
Yeah, it's like I don't. I was like I said, I'm sure he's a wonderful man, and I'm sure he's good at what he does. But like he's not an amazing race car driver. And I don't want to bash the man. I don't want to come across as sounding harsh, but I feel like every time he's in a race, he's either 20 seconds off the pace or he has just some bizarre thing happen to him. You there, Chris?
Sorry, I lost you. Sorry, I lost you there. Yeah, but no, it's just like he's always off the pace. Like I said, I'm sure he's a really nice guy and all, but yeah, I don't think racing is his thing. I mean, for him to be like a team owner, that would be great.
Oh, I was gonna say a team owner probably. Like I feel like he should take a stab at that because if he wants to be involved in racing, I feel like a team ownership or something like that would be a lot better for him right now because what what we're seeing is not an amazing display of driving talent.
No, it's not. It's terrible. I mean, even Vegas, like last year in the Xfinity Series, he caused a wreck. I think he wrecked like multiple times, and it just caused a huge, big wreck at the end. But,
That's right, he did do that.
yeah. And then Ty Gibbs kind of went on a little bit of a road rage between Noah and Sheldon Creed.
What happened there?
So him and Noah were racing side by side, and I think he just got tired of racing him, and then he just dumped Noah.
Okay,
and then
don't do
the
that.
second turn, I don't think he meant to, but he ended up spinning Sheldon Creed, and then he ended up spinning himself out after that. But
He's going for everybody, including himself.
he's like, if I'm taking this guy out, I'm taking myself out.
He's like, damn, I haven't spun out today yet. My turn.
My turn. And then poor Sheldon Creed, man, he got beat around all day today. And then I'm sure you saw it on Twitter, but he gave the double middle finger to.
Oh no, I didn't. I missed that actually.
Oh.
Here's the thing. My Twitter, I finally figured out how to set it so tweets show up in like chronological. I guess chronological order is the best way to put it. So because Saturday, yeah, the latest tweets, and so because Saturday at work I was so just plugged up with 800 things. Then I went home and was dealing with a couple things, and I had to get up early this morning for a couple of shoots I needed to get done. By the time I had opened Twitter, everyone was already posting about the Cup race and stuff, and I did not want to scroll all the way down to look at the Portland stuff, so I was just like, eh.
Yeah.
So I when I tell you my only knowledge is that Alfredo's on the pole, Allmendinger won, and it was raining. That's literally all the knowledge I bestow from from Portland.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed got taken out, and then he gave the double middle finger to the 48, and he was added to the Hall of Fame of double middle fingers.
Dude, nice. He learned from Josh Berry. With a smile on his face. The double middle finger salute.
I love that one. I love the edited one where it puts 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. It's the smile that kills me.
Yeah.
You got any other
But oh
notes
my,
from Portland or?
oh yeah,
Oh God.
there. I would say there's like 5 late restarts that were just constant crashes in turn 1.
You know what? That sounds about right.
It was so bad. I thought they were never gonna get through turn 1, but every time they went through it, somebody got spun out or somebody was going too slow and they just piled up.
Okay, I was gonna say usually
But
NASCAR doesn't throw the caution for a spin at road courses.
no, they didn't. But I mean, there was just cars that were stuck or they just crashed and they couldn't move.
Oh, okay. Getting stuck in the grass and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, so early in the race, I was watching, and I guess Noah was racing the 7, I think, of Allgaier. And he missed the first turn, so he came to a stop. And then he left. And then what's funny is that instead of staying behind the 7, he ended up beating the 7 just by stopping and going. So I'm like, wait, how does that make sense? I'm like, how is he beating the 7 by stopping the turn and then just keep going?
I mean,
it doesn't make sense.
Oh God.
I'm like, there's a kind of a flaw in your racetrack there, bud.
Yeah, you know what? I'm definitely gonna watch this race when they post it on Wednesday, because what you're describing to me sounds like I missed a really interesting race.
It was interesting and bad.
It was bad and interesting. Speaking of bad and interesting, the Cup race today was also that, in my opinion. Yeah.
It was okay.
It was an okay race. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it wasn't the best thing I've ever seen either.
Yeah. It was a good turnout, though, I would say.
Oh my God, yeah. The grandstands were packed, and I was like, love seeing that.
I love seeing that. It was crazy. It looked like I was watching a race from like 2002.
I know. I was gonna say. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen the grandstands that full at a NASCAR race.
Yeah.
In a while, especially a Cup race.
Exactly. I mean, we've been having a lot of sold out races. I mean,
nature is healing.
Nature's finally healing. The Daytona 500 was a sold out crowd.
Coke 600 sold out.
Yeah, Coke 600 sold out. Was Vegas sold out or no?
I don't remember if Vegas sold out or not.
Okay, I can't. I know it was a pretty packed crowd, but I don't know if it was sold out. But I think Phoenix was sold out. And then Phoenix sold out for the fall race too, for the championship race. So, I mean, that's something to say there.
Oh yeah, I honestly think today, in my opinion, Ryan Blaney was right. I feel like once the restarts were insane. Like there was a lot going on in the restarts, but after a couple of laps, once everybody kind of got in their groove, nothing really happened until somebody blew a tire.
Yeah. And I thought that was going to be a growing trend too, just from seeing that with Chase Briscoe and then Tyler Reddick, and then eventually Harvick too.
Yeah, I feel like one of the saving graces of the race today was definitely Ross Chastain deciding to be the chaotic evil today.
He was on a roll. I mean, he just did not give a shit.
No, he did not. That and Denny Hamlin, just like he could have wrecked him at any point in that race, and he just inconvenienced the hell out of that man.
Honestly, he did. And like the thing I don't get is that, like watching the replay of it, Hamlin, he held his line, but you can just tell that Chastain, he just drove it in there and just did not give a fuck.
I mean, I will say, did you see his post-race interview, Chastain's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he owned up to it.
He owned up to it, but this is not the first time.
No, I mean it's not the first time, nor will it be the last. But at least he said something about it.
Yeah, I think he kind of realized he's like, "Damn, I fucked up."
Yeah, see, and that's good. I can respect that because he sat down and he went, "Wait a minute, I fucked up," and then took full responsibility for it. That's something you don't see often.
Yeah, because he did it to Danny, and then he ended up doing it to Chase. Chase I would say, was a little bit more aggressive.
Chase tried to wreck him back.
Yeah.
Didn't succeed, but he tried. And then Denny
Tried,
took a
but
swipe at him too.
yeah.
Just scared him a little bit. He was.
I probably woke him up just a tad bit.
You
But the
what?
funniest one was like Denny. Like I thought, oh my god, he's gonna wreck him. And then
Oh
the
yeah.
first time, like he just pushed him all the way to the bottom. And then the second time, he just straight up just held the brakes in front of him.
When Denny took Chastain to the grass, I had 2010 Pocono flashbacks.
Oh shit! From Casey King.
Yeah. I was like, oh no,
Oh no!
because
We're
they
gonna see a
got
flying
real
car.
close. Well,
Wow.
yeah, my he got real close to that grass too. But like my favorite part's what you said, like Denny Hamlin just brake checking him and then just like refusing to let him by. Just
He's like,
He-
nope,
they were-
you're not getting by me.
they were both so far behind. It was hilarious. Like it's one of
It
those
was-
things where like it's so immature, but it's so fucking funny to watch. Where
It's like
just
an online race where like you're
It
just
is.
pissed off at somebody and you're just holding them back.
that's exactly what it was, because you could tell where they were based on the camera, because they were showing Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain like slowing each other down, and they were like entering turn 3, and then the leaders were going into 1. So it's just like, you guys are so fucking far behind. It's incredible. Like, just looking at the camera shots, you could tell where they were based on context. I'm just like, dude,
Oh my God. It
just
was
grow up,
hilarious.
just take the L.
Move along.
Yeah, so I just it was one of those things that I just kind of had to giggle at it, because it was so funny. Because like at that point, you knew he wasn't gonna wreck him. He was just gonna inconvenience him as much as he could. And it was just
Yeah.
really funny at that point.
And I think L's up until like NASCAR stepped in. They're like, all right, that's enough.
I'm pretty sure NASCAR probably would have let it happen.
They
I
probably
think-
would have.
I think as long as Denny didn't straight up wreck the man, I feel like NASCAR would have let it happen.
Yeah.
Because they did. That they went on for way longer than it probably should have. But
It
Denny
probably,
wasn't
it probably
really
was,
trying to
was more funny in the grandstands just seeing that.
I was gonna say, I can imagine being in the grandstands and watching everyone race, and then the polar
It's
opposite
two
end of the
fucking
track,
cars.
it's just Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain trying to tiptoe around each other.
He's like, excuse me, excuse me.
Yeah, just, I can only imagine how that looked from the grandstands. Because it happened like what, 3 times, like 3 separate times that happened.
Yeah, 3 times, yeah.
Because he ran him down to the grass, and then he just slammed on the brakes in front of him, and then he did it again on the back. Yeah, so like 3 or 4 times that happened throughout the race.
Yeah. And then Elliot got into like a little scuffle with BJ Cloud.
Yeah. There was a lot going on those restarts. That's what I'm saying. The only saving grace for this race was the restarts and the Denny Hamlin thing. Because even Chase Elliott, he took his bump at him, and then he was done. Denny Hamlin dragged it out, and I think that was just like... Maybe that was Denny Hamlin knowing what was good for the sport. Maybe Denny knew, hey, this race is going to be boring. Let me spice it up a little bit.
Let's spice this thing up just a tad bit.
Yeah, let's spice it up a little bit.
Somebody tweeted saying like, man, this went from gateway to hateway.
He did, though.
Yeah, honestly,
And then Kyle Busch today too. This man, he's
Yeah.
he's had at least 3 races won this year that he just
Vegas.
hasn't won.
Charlotte.
What's funny is that, yeah, the races he was supposed to win, he didn't win, and then the races that he was nowhere to be seen, he won. So
Honestly,
yeah.
Vegas is probably the most disappointing one though, because he had that thing won.
Oh my God,
And
yeah,
he
did.
had this one. He had this thing won too. But I mean, Logano was like there. So I mean, even if he were like to make a one small slip up, he was like right there to pounce. But
Yeah, that and it with as hard as it was to pass once everything got singled out. Once Logano got by him, I knew the race was over at that point, because there was nothing really Kyle could do at that point to get by him, because he was already too far ahead. There was 1
Yeah.
lap left, and it's impossible to pass anyway. So at that point, it was over.
yeah. And then Custer having just a shit year.
I keep forgetting Cole Custer exists. Like, he just, I'm sorry. Like, it's gonna
Like
sound
he's
really
becoming the new
mean.
Cody Ware right now, which is kind of scary.
Here's the thing, but Cody Ware was never a prominent driver.
Yeah, but he's not making himself look like a prominent driver right now.
Yeah, but like God, with Cole Custer, it sounds mean, and I apologize, but like, I keep forgetting this man is a Cup driver.
I mean,
he just doesn't really do
Just
too much. He won one race and then like he won a race and then just he didn't exist. He won a race and then he continued to not exist. So
like, poor dude, man. And then Zane Smith made his his Cup Series debut.
that's true. He did, dude. Imagine being Chris Buescher right now, just tumbling through the Charlotte infield and then wake up one day to find out you have COVID.
What's funny is that like some news articles were saying that he got COVID from the. They made it sound like he got COVID from the wreck.
How do you get COVID from a wreck?
I don't know. They were saying like breaking news. They were saying like after Chris Buescher's violent crash in Charlotte, he tested positive for COVID. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that does imply that the crash caused the COVID. I was like, what? I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
I don't think that's how COVID spreads. I don't think you get COVID from a violent crash.
What if the race car had COVID and then gave it to Chris? Oh well.
My favorite tweet today was Bob Pockris. And then he says, Kyle Busch indicates lack rear grip. They're going to purple Coca-Cola adjustment.
They're gonna what? Sorry, I missed the tweet.
It says Bob tweeted saying that it was early in the race. He said Kyle Busch indicates lack rear grip. They're going to purple Coca-Cola. And then somebody tweeted saying, so they're going for lean adjustments.
I can mostly understand you. For some reason, your audio sounds like you're in a bucket. So I'm scrolling furiously trying to find the tweet that you're talking about.
Oh. But did you hear what I said, though?
I heard most of what you said. It just sounds like you're in a bucket. Since you lost me, I love bucket audio. It's my favorite problem to have when we're trying to record things.
No, but you heard the purple Coca-Cola part.
I did hear the purple Coca-Cola part.
So people were saying that they're going for the lean adjustment.
Yeah. Oh God. There it is. The
And
purple Coca-Cola.
Like, purple
I want the purple stuff. There it is. I found it. I wonder what it tastes like. Okay, I'm done with Twitter. Goodbye. Anyway, any notes on the Cup race today? Because it wasn't a super enthralling race. In fact, aside than the things I feel like we already mentioned.
How did you feel about the Fox broadcast?
It was okay. I feel like it was better than some of the other ones that we've had.
I would say it's a big improvement, though.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like it still embodies a lot of the common issues we've been having, but like to a smaller degree.
Yeah, I was kind of worried though today, especially having Michael Waltrip in the booth. I was like, I don't know, it's not gonna be.
I feel like he contained himself pretty well.
Yeah, I mean,
him and Clint Boyer.
Yeah, it was a pretty, I wouldn't say like, serious, but it wasn't like comical the entire way. Like they weren't trying to crack jokes every 20 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like that was because there was enough happening on the restart. Then they were occupied with Hamlin and Chastain the entire time. I feel like if the Hamlin and Chastain thing didn't happen and there weren't the tire issues we had, I feel like they probably would have tried to turn it into a comedy special because there would have been nothing happening. Like the first green flag run of the day, I was going through some footage, so I wasn't fully paying attention for the good part of stage one. But what I do remember is that once they got strung out, absolutely nothing happened. Like, even like I think that's why Chastain and Hamlin got together, is because Chastain had been trying to pass Hamlin for a good 20 laps and just couldn't get by him.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's what I mean by it was a pretty meh race, where it's like the restart saved it, the Hamlin Chastain fiasco kind of saved it, but overall the racing. Blaney hit the nail on the head. Like once things got strung out, it was damn near impossible to pass.
Yeah, especially if you're the leader.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if you're the leader, you can just take off and don't have to worry about, dealing with any. I guess I should say like since you have that clean air, you don't have to worry about being passed.
Yeah, because there's no one in front of you.
You're out. And because it's like they know what line to run. It's not like you can run any line on the racetrack to pass. It's just like if you run the top line, you're pretty much golden because like even if they try running on the inside, they either get too loose or they can't build off that good run once they get off of like either on the exit of 2 or exit of 4.
Yeah, that's why it took Chastain so long to even wreck Hamlin, is because that's what they were trying. Hamlin just stuck to his line on the top, and there was nothing Ross Chastain could do. Like, he clearly had the faster car, he just couldn't get around him.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's like frustrating too.
Yeah. So we found the weakness of the next gen car, and it is short tracks,
Yeah,
which
but
is unbelievable.
Like, I mean, we've had good short track racing with the old gen car, but shitty mile-and-a-half races with the old gen car. Now it's like the complete opposite. It's like we have great intermediate tracks, besides Texas.
Which proves nothing can save Texas.
Texas stays the same. It's just like I mean, I would say like the first. I would consider Phoenix the first short track. It was kind of okay. It was a man kind of race. It wasn't that great. But once we got to like Martinsville, it got really bad. I mean,
Oh God, yeah.
it was terrible.
I don't think anybody was ready for a snooze fest at Martinsville.
Yeah, and like that's so surprising because like people were not expecting that. They were like, "What the fuck?" Like this is not the Martinsville we were expecting, and it really sucked. It made it really work like bad because like they were just on such a roll of like good races because like they had Daytona, they had Auto Club, which produced a great race, Vegas.
And what's funny is also that the Clash wasn't bad either. The Clash was a good race.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like was kind of shocking. It's like the Clash. I mean, the Clash was like a really short track race, but still.
I think it's because of how small the LA Coliseum was. I think that's why it didn't hurt it too much. Whereas I don't think they had enough speed to even begin with for it to mess with it.
I think the top speed was like 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, like they were literally going highway speeds, and so I honestly don't think the LA Coliseum was a big enough track to affect how the car would race, which I think is why the LA Coliseum worked so well. And then, like you said, we go to the road course. No, we don't. Then we go to Daytona, and it's a fucking good race. And we go to Vegas and Atlanta and all these other places, and we have really good races. And then we end up at Martinsville, and it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
because we had Phoenix, then Atlanta, then Circuit of the Americas, which was, I mean, road coursing was pretty good. Wasn't too bad. Richmond, it was kind of a snooze fest. Wasn't that bad. I wouldn't say it was terrible. But it wasn't that great.
no.
Martinsville was a snooze fest. Bristol Motor Speedway Dirt, that it's kind of hard to count that. It's
Bristol Dirt is, I still feel like, is a weird event to me. It's like, I love the idea that they're doing it, but I feel like if they're gonna go to dirt, let's try an already existing dirt track.
Yeah.
Something that's actually built for dirt, because I feel like that's also what kind of hurt. Yeah, like Eldora, or even like, isn't Knoxville? Knoxville's a dirt track too.
It's funny because like the trucks go there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that.
It's like, yeah, let's just like, why don't we go to Eldora or Knoxville or somewhere that is a dirt facility built for dirt, instead of taking a pavement track that was built for pavement and dumping dirt on top of it. Yeah. It's like, bruh, this was built for pavement racing. Why are we putting dirt on it?
Like, let's try to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. So like, I liked the idea. I did like the idea, but like, I'm gonna say it again. Just take him to Knoxville or something, and just leave Bristol alone.
Yeah.
However, I might have to eat my words later, because we haven't seen the Bristol pavement race yet, and with the reputation short tracks have with the Gen 7 car, the pavement Bristol might suck ass too. So.
Yeah, it's a possibility, but I've been hearing rumors that they might take the diffusers out because they're saying it might help with the short track racing, but I don't know if that's going to make a huge difference.
Well, guess we'll find out.
There's only one way to find out. Test it.
Yep.
I think there's supposed to be a test coming up soon for Martinsville too.
Or are they trying something different with short tracks?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just because of how bad it is. But
Yeah, because I still haven't watched the Martinsville race. So I'm low key kind of happy I was
I
busy
have
during Martinsville because, oof,
I have not touched that race. I don't know if I want to watch it though.
that's fair. Cause did we
I
both
mean,
miss it? Because I know I missed it because I was busy
I
that
missed it.
weekend.
Yeah, we missed it because we were working at the track. Remember?
That's right. That's right. Thank God. Like, we were we were doing because we were at the bull ring doing shit, and so we missed the Martinsville race. Thank God for Mike because, oof,
Mike saved us.
he really did. I would have. God, if you're gonna go watch the Martinsville race, get your pillow and your blanket ready because you're not gonna miss
Get
much.
ready to take a nap.
Do you think this is gonna hurt attendance for the playoff Martinsville race?
I don't think it will. I think
Because it's a playoff race, you think they'll be fine?
Yeah, and not only that, but it's like it's the last race of the round of 8. So I mean,
Okay.
something's gonna happen.
Well, you say that, and then we're gonna get there, and it's gonna be another bring your pillow kind of a race. I will be sad if it's another bring your pillow kind of race.
And then we got South Point, which I'm expecting a lot of high hopes for that. So.
Oh my God, yes. Here's the other thing too. Even with the Gen 6 car, the playoff Vegas race has always been one of those tracks where people show up being like, it's a mile and a half, it's gonna suck, and then it knocks your socks off. I don't know what it is about the playoff Vegas race, but it's always an absolute crapshoot. So
Yeah, that's Vegas, and let's see, we got Homestead. Actually, Homestead is going to be the middle race. So it's going to be the round of 8 is going to have Vegas, Homestead, and Martinsville, which I would say there was some 3 pretty good tracks.
We're hoping Martinsville's a good track.
We'll
Hopefully.
Vegas is pretty good. Homestead, we haven't raced at that track with the next gen, so I'm hoping it's good. I mean, it should be.
I feel like Miami borderlines on being a super speedway, and so I feel like Miami will be fine. I'm just worried about Martinsville, and I'm also worried about Bristol. I'm worried about Bristol because we haven't seen a race on pavement there yet. Everything else we can kind of guess what it's going to be like because at that point we've had raced on. So like we've already raced on Richmond, so we kind of know what to expect with Richmond. We're probably not going to see anything too exciting unless they make any changes. But unless they make changes, Martinsville is going to be another absolute snooze fest of a race, and I feel like that's really going to be interesting, especially since it's a cutoff race. Like if nobody can pass and nobody can do anything, it's either going to be a complete shit show because you can do nothing but wreck people to pass, or it's going to be a complete shit show in the fact that nothing will happen.
Yeah.
So I feel like Martinsville is going to be a shit show one way or the other.
And the next short track we have is New Hampshire, which is in July.
Is New Hampshire really a short? Yeah, I guess so.
It kind of counts as one, but it's like one of those tracks where it's
like right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's yeah. It's like it borderlines on being an intermediate track, but it's really not.
Yeah.
It's a mile
Richmond.
long. I guess it's a short track. It's a big boy short track.
Yeah. They got Richmond in August. And then Bristol. And the playoffs in September.
Oh God, I am scared. And here's the other thing too: there is really no clear favorite for the championship yet because the races have been so all over the place.
And there's no like repeat. I mean, there's only been a couple repeat winners.
But I mean, yeah, we've had repeat winners, but we don't have a favorite yet because of just how even the field feels.
Because you have Austin City. Okay, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different winners.
Do you think we're going to hit 16 winners? We're close.
I think so.
You think we're going to hit 16?
We have Sonoma next week.
That's true.
And we got Nashville. I mean, Ryan Blaney doesn't count because this was the All-Star race. I mean, he has a chance to win Nashville. Who else? Truex seems to be pretty good. I mean,
Truex hasn't won a race yet this year either, so I feel like
that's true.
Truex could be our 12th winner. Blaney has it.
Truex.
Blaney is also really good at the plate tracks. We have Talladega and some of those other places soon. So even actually no, that's playoffs too though. But Blaney's pretty good at some of the tracks coming up too, and he's also really good at the road courses. So I feel like Truex and Blaney might be our 12th and 13th winners this season.
Yeah, Truex has a good shot next week for sure. Who
And then
else?
if Tyler
Chris
Reddick keeps
Bell.
going on the tear he's going on, he might win a race before the end of the season too.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick has a chance. So that's 13.
Yeah. I don't hold on. When do the playoffs start? Let me go
They
back
don't
to my
start until
handy
like
dandy.
September, I think.
My handy dandy schedule.
Handy dandy notebook.
Yeah. August, September. Oh yeah, they do start September. So September 4th. Well, yeah, we have a lot of time actually. We have a lot more than I thought we did.
Oh yeah.
One,
There's still
two.
plenty of time.
Yeah, you know what? I think at Daytona I said we weren't going to get 16 winners. I'm another thing I might have to eat my words on. We very much might see 16 different winners
Yeah.
because we're already at 11 and we have quite a few races and quite a few really
Promising drivers.
dynamic races. Like, 'cause yeah, like we have Sonoma and Nashville, which those could bring surprise winners. We then go to Road America, which could bring someone different. Yeah, Michigan, Richmond, Watkins Glen, Daytona is always a free for all. So, and Daytona being the cutoff before the playoffs, we might we might see someone real bizarre get in the playoffs with like a last ditch effort.
Yeah. Let's see, because we still have Truex, Blaney, Bell, Almirola, Reddick, Harvick, Jones, Dillon, Suarez. I would say those have a good chance of winning. I mean, they seem to be pretty prominent. I mean, as Eric Jones seems to be pretty good this year. I mean, he's had a couple of bad run-ins, but I would say like his consistency to stay up front is always there. I mean, he's had a couple of bad, incidents late in the run, but I feel like he has a good chance of winning, especially at a restrictor plate or even like the mile and a half. He's been pretty strong. Harvick, it's kind of hard to say sometimes because like he runs up front, but then there's some races where he just looks like dog shit and he just doesn't have the car at all. Like today, like he just didn't look like he had the car at all. Tyler Reddick, he has a good shot. He's always running up front. He's always been consistent, but it's just always something that causes him to take himself out of the race. Whether it's like a late race caution, pit stop issues, mechanical issues. It's just always something. But I think he'll manage to get a win. Bell's been kind of surprising because I thought he would at least get a win this year so far. But
I'm gonna say Bell might be another guy who wins and gets. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think there's a chance we hit 16 winners by the end of the season, but do you think we're gonna hit 16 winners by the time the playoffs come?
I don't. I say so.
You think so? Okay.
It's kind of hard to say, but I think so.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. Obviously, we can't predict these things, but it's fun to guess and just throw your opinion out there on what you think.
Yeah. I think we will. I mean, there's still quite a few races before the playoff starts because we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 races. So there's still a good chance for that to happen.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think we're gonna hit 16 winners by the time the playoffs start, but I do think we're gonna hit 16 winners by the time we get to the championship race in Phoenix.
Yeah, I would say so, for sure. But I would say we will probably hit 16, just because it's just so hard to tell who's gonna win these races because
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
like you said.
That's why we make these bold ass predictions. So it's like my bold ass predictions that we're not going to hit 16 by the time we finish Daytona
Yeah,
for the
because like
playoffs, but
honest,
we're going to hit 16 by the time we get to Phoenix.
yeah, because honestly, I would have thought that Chase Briscoe was going to win a race this year, nor did I think Ross Chastain would.
He's won twice.
He's won twice. I know. Like I did, like at the beginning of this year, I'm like, there's no way that he's going to win a race. He's at most will get a top 5, but that's it. But he's won twice this year.
Trackhouse said, LMAO, y'all thought we were here for shits and giggles.
We're here for wins.
Yeah.
And then Briscoe, he kind of surprised me at Phoenix. So yeah, I definitely think there's going to be at least 16 winners before the playoffs start. Just because like it's so random with some of these race winners. Like who can I pull? Kurt Busch. I would say he was kind of. I figured he was going to win, but Kansas was like such a random one because I thought just the way that they've been performing. That
I feel like Kurt Busch always wins randomly. So.
Yeah.
But then when you think about it, doesn't everybody just win randomly? You never really know when they're going to win. They just kind of win one day.
Yeah. Well, I think with them, it's like it's like just like the year that they were having before, like just with Trackhouse, like they weren't running that great. I mean, they were having a lot of DNFs. A lot of races where like they had promising runs, but they just get themselves involved into something. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now, let's see. Let's take a look at, because we're in Sonoma next weekend with the trucks and the Cup Series. Before we even get there, who do you think has a good shot at winning Sonoma?
I think. Sorry, I'm putting my AirPods away.
No, you're good.
It's kind of hard to say, just because like I said, like if I had to pick, I would say Tyler Reddick, just because he ran pretty well at Coda early in the race or in the year. I would say he would be a good choice to win Sonoma. Let's see. Martin Truex is always good there, but then again, it's a whole new car. I don't know. It's a really tough choice. I would. Let me see. Let me look at the results.
I mean, you don't have to be correct. We're just making
Yeah.
way too early bold predictions.
Yeah.
Because honestly, even with the new car, I know Truex is really good there. I know Gibbs in general has been really good at Sonoma as of the recent years.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I had to pick someone who hasn't already won, if I'm going to pick a new winner, I'm going to say Truex.
Truex.
Yeah, but if I had to pick a repeat winner, I'm going to go with Elliott.
Elliott.
Yeah. So a new winner, it's going to be Truex. A repeat, I'm going to go Elliott.
If I had to go for a repeat, I'd say Larson.
Okay.
But for a new winner, I would say Reddick. Reddick would be a winner.
All right. We'll see who's right. Maybe we're both wrong. Guess there's only one way to find out.
Watch Ryan Blaney win it.
Corey LaJoy.
Corey LaJoy wins at Sonoma.
Dude, Michael McDowell today led laps, and he led quite a few.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was really surprised. I was like, wow.
He did it.
He did it.
Look at him go. I'm so proud of him.
Front Row Motorsports is back at it.
Dude, imagine Front Row Motorsports being on the front row. Sorry, that sounded really mean. I didn't mean it to sound that mean. I apologize. It sounded really rude and sarcastic. That's not at all how I intended that to sound.
Michael Bedell listening to this on his way home. He's like, fuck.
He's like, ouch, that one hurted.
That one hurt. I think I'm going to retire.
All right. Any last nuggets you got on the weekend or anything before we wrap this up?
No. I think that's it.
Alrighty. So I guess with that, it's gonna end another fun little video here podcast on the DVR channel. Make sure to check out our other shit, like, subscribe, all that fun jazz, and we will see you guys next weekend after Sonoma.
Yeah. All right. See you guys.